Remember us. As simple an order as a king can give. Remember why we died. He did not wish tribute, or song, or monuments, or poems of war and valor. Wish was simple. Remember us, he said to me. That was his home. Should any free soul come across that place. In all the countless centuries yet to be, may all our voices whisper to you from the ageless stones. Go tell the Spartans passerby that here, by Spartan law, we lie. And so my king died, and my brothers died. Barely a year ago. Long I've pondered my king's cryptic talk of victory. Time has proven him wise. For from free Greek to free Greek, the word was spread that bold Leonidas and his 300, so far from home, laid down their lives, not just for Sparta, but for all Greece, and the promise this country holds. Now, here on this rugged patch of earth called Plataea, Xerxes forged face obliteration!
Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network, and welcome to the Zack Snyder Hour with Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Skywalker the Jedi. Back at y'all with another one, man. I want to thank y'all for being here this evening and for joining me on the Zack Snyder Hour. Before we get the show started, I want to come out and kind of have this talk with you guys and let you guys in on something that I'm kind of thinking. Recently, kind of been doing some thinking about the way that we've been doing things over on this platform recently, and just after doing a whole lot of back and forth, I just want to kind of take this time out to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody for nothing. Woo! What y'all thought, man? We back on the Zack Snyder Hour, dog. I'm so happy to be here. You dig? Let's get it. I am feeling it. We got the homie Dennis Medina in the building tonight. What's going on, Dennis? We got Cody the Komodo in the building. What's going on, bro? We got Alan Belk in the house. What's going on, Alan Belk? We got DC Talk 82 in the building. We got Paolo Caesar in the building. What's going on, Paolo? We got Bat Dan's thoughts in the building. You dig? What's going on, Bat Dan? We got the homie W Necron saying the only troublemaker YouTuber left. Hey, well, that's just gonna have to be what it is, Necron. Right? Hey, and I appreciate you, bro. We just here trying to do what we do, trying to keep the torch going, you dig? Trying to keep them embers lit, you dig? We're gonna keep getting it in the only way we know how, you dog. What's going on? We got Anatoly in the building. What's going on, Anatoly? We got the homie Curly Ray, aka Rebel Moon Theory, with the $10 super chat saying, "Attention, Rebels, we are 2 weeks away from the release of Rebel Moon, Bloodline, a Rebel Moon game, and Rebel Moon Nemesis comics. Be ready to play on July 15, 2025, and pre-order Rebel Rebel Moon Nemesis, because that shit's dropping the day after. Let them know, Curly Ray. We here, dog. Right? Much love, dog. We here, homie.
Beware the Snyder cult. Trust in James Gunn's Superman.
Much love, bro. Much love. Right? Who else we got in the building? We got Jamar 412. What's going on, Jamar? We got Mama Bear Doll. Hey, I did not fix anything back then. I didn't press nothing, bro. I don't know what's going on, but it is back to normal, so I can see you guys' names once again. I didn't do nothing. We got Chubby Teddy in the building. We got Philip Stevens in the building. What's going on? We got Crown Loads. What's going on, Crown? We got Luis the G in the building. We got Asthmatic. We got Sin Havoc. He said, damn, I thought bro was serious. Yeah. Woo! Spartans, what is your profession? Oh, never been to knee, dog. What y'all thought, man? Smash that like button. What's going on, Jay Williams? He said you had me. Hey, nah, bro, we here. We are here. Nah, bro. He said, I thought Gunn got you. He said, I thought he got to him, dog. Said, I thought he got to him. Right? Much love, much love. Right? We ain't sorry for a damn thing. She said, praise Austin. Yeah, Austin might have did something for sure. Right? Hey, make sure you go check that intro. Leon, we got the homie in here, bruh. The intro is funny, man. Hey, I really had him going, dog, for sure, for sure. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's get through the rigmarole so we can get started with the show. You did, because I got some topics to get to today. Man, look, y'all know this is the premier Zack Snyder show on the internet, dog. I mean, ain't nobody doing it like over here, yo. Everybody else be flip-flopping, right? And it's crazy, right? Look, I really feel like Tony Montana right now, bro. Yo, you need guys like me so you can point your finger and say, look, there's the bad guy, right? Bro, you got motherfuckers still reacting to my, bro. Yo, look, if you gonna be reacting to my content, right, and still trying to and was still trying to act like, you know, you over here trying to push some narratives about me being a liar or whatever, what have you, right? Blah, 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 blah. You know, you should at least be doing some numbers. That's all I got to say about that. But anyway, he's saying, we got the homie Leon saying, I caught the tail end of it. I was like, nah, he ain't fooling me. Well, you already know better, bro. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah. He said, even Zach retweeted hashtag sell via Floyd. These are facts. These are facts. And I know it is hard for some people to digest, and that is fine. We just gonna keep doing what we doing, you dig? Crown saying, definitely pulling all the receipts on this channel, and I'm a detail person, so that made me tap in. Hey, and I appreciate that. You want to know why? Because I'm a detail-oriented person too, right? And that's what got me on the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And I used to be in the chat, right? Excuse me, watching along, giving super chats. There is multiple people in here that can attest to that. These people watched me come from the chat onto, you know, being able to do all this, right? And I'm so appreciative for that. But yeah, man, always be detail oriented, right? That is the way to be in life, if you ask me. And we just gonna keep rocking out. And look, the receipts are what they are, right? Like, you know, that's why we don't even really worry about trying to, you know, get too bogged down by some of these conversations, because, you know, what's the point? We're just gonna keep doing what we do. These people saying we wasn't gonna never be able to meet Zack. They really said that. They had people trying to tell us that we wasn't allowed at Full Circle. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when they had people on camera talking about they not allowed, they not wanted at Full Circle? What did we go there and do? We was the only ones asking the questions that needed to be asked. You dig? But nah, they got to point the finger and say, there's the bad guy. Nah, hey, y'all, look, we having a great time tonight. Y'all already know what's up. We about to have a great conversation, and hopefully we can keep you guys entertained while giving y'all some dope information at the same time, right? Because that's what this is all about. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, crowd, right? And Chubby Teddy saying, Sky, you came really far. Bro, these people watched. Shout out to Chubby Teddy, Mama Bear, Leon. Y'all was in here. Integrity, y'all was in here. Bat Dan, Nick, bro, y'all was in the chat, bro, with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, rocking out. Y'all already know. He said they got to bring better people. They do got to bring better people, bro. They really do. Hey, consistent. Hey. Yeah, he said facts. We are the fan. Yeah, bro. Right. He said infiltrated the charity event. Mama Bear said they were asking about Spider-Man, right? Philip Stevens says off topic, but news is spreading about a new casting for Wonder Woman like Gal Gadot didn't have people's hearts with every performance when she was on screen as Wonder Woman. Bruh, I think they scared. That's why they all talking about, hey, it might be Nubia Wonder Woman. It might be because they can't do no dot, bruh. They know people gonna be pissed off, right? What's going on? Integrity, right? Yeah, it's the Bayverse returns. Look, let me cook on this before I get started with the rigmarole. Because here's the thing. Leon and I were having this conversation before, right? And people need to realize something, right? Like, Michael Bay got to do 5 movies, right? Now, was he done? No, right? But at the same time, he got to do 5 movies, and his movies were making money, bro. It don't matter what you say, right? And I've always said this: Zack Snyder is the first director I've ever heard of that had to do both of these things, right? Usually you either had to be like super critically acclaimed or you had to make a whole bunch of money, right? It was usually one of those two, right? Zack had to do both, which was very weird to me, right? Where he had to please the critics and make a whole bunch of money. So while his movies were being released and making money and being successful financially because of some critical panning, not from the actual fan base, right? But some critical panning, they make all of these decisions, and then, you know, we get to where we are now. Michael Bay got to do 5 movies. They made a couple projects without him, and they saw that it probably wasn't going to work in their best interest if they continued to go down that route, and they're bringing him back. You know, I think that the Zack thing is similar, but it's still a little bit different. But yeah, I'm not shocked that he's back because his movies was making money. Like, who cares what the critics are saying if your shit is making money? Who cares? They're not even paying to see these movies for the most part. Right? Or they're doing content on it and making money back on it anyway. So like they're pretty much seeing it for free. Right? He said the only consistent Zack Snyder show on YouTube, others come and go. Hey, it's all good though, bro, because that's why we hold down the fort. And you know, all of a sudden you ain't seeing us talking about, hey, maybe we should give this Superman movie a try, even though it looks anyway. Yeah, said come on, let's go ahead and get started with the rigmarole. Right. He said Gunn is such an ass, might read the Batman 2 script if he doesn't fall asleep. Yo, nobody ever came back and answered that question, bro. Right? Nobody ever came back and answered that question. None of them ever did. None of them came back and answered that question about Gunn making that comment. Right? Yeah. Hey, we are here. Right? Yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the rigmarole. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button, hitting that subscribe, as well as that notification bell, so that you know when I'm going live. You dig all that goodness. It really, really helps us out. Trying to hit 5K by the end of the year. About to hit 3K. Probably, yeah, we should be hitting 3K by the end of the month. So, yeah, we will. So, yeah. Make sure that y'all doing that. Shout out to everybody that has been rocking out this entire time. And shout out to everybody that's even rocking out just now. Hopefully, we can keep y'all entertained. Like I was saying earlier, we are the creators, the originators, the CEOs, the founders, the engine, whatever you want to call it, of this hashtag sell ZSJL and hashtag sell SnyderVerse and Netflix movement, affectionately known as ZSSM, Zack Snyder Sell Movement, trying to get the Zack Snyder conclusion to his DC arc over on the Netflix platform, and have been using these hashtags as the vehicle to do so. We only ask 3 rules of engagement for you guys to be able to rock out with us. You know, all passionately. We ask, hey, just be positive. Don't mix the hashtags with others, and don't tag or mention anybody over at WBD, because we're strictly trying to have this conversation with Netflix and have been gaining a lot of ground in doing so. Right? ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and X are also platforms that you guys should be following and subscribe to. And if you guys would like to sponsor a stream, when you give super chats, they are tallied up, and whoever donates the most will have their name scrolling across the bottom. Oh snap, I actually forgot to change the sponsor for this stream, but it's good because I remember who it is. Yeah, dig? It is the homie W Mir. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just go ahead and rock out. But we will yeah, we will be having a fun stream starting in 1 second. Villain Chillin says, Man of Steel made profit, and now they want to do the opposite of that. Not only do they want to do the opposite, but they're trying to say that it's okay if the shit don't make no money. This is wild. Like, and I've said that. Let's just do that 1-to-1 comparison. Can you guys imagine a world with anybody saying that, oh yeah, it's cool if Zack's movies aren't profitable or if they don't make any money? That's fine. You know, it don't even need to be profitable to be successful. You have multiple people saying that. Come on now. Come on now. But BVS was supposed to make $1 billion. And this shit got the whole DC universe in it, but it ain't even got to make no money. Crazy. Right? He said this Bay Zack thing is not a one-to-one comparison at all. Zack's situation is very unique. Paramount never tried to screw Bay that we know of. Facts. Not anywhere to that kind of level, right? I wouldn't assume, you know. Yeah. He said, everyone knows that Gunn ain't reading that Batman 2 script. He'll read it when he tells Reeves your services are no longer required, right? He like, bro, I ain't read no script. Yes. Yes, he did, Philip Stevens. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He said, you know, if I don't, you know, if I right? He said, bro, if I don't fall asleep reading this shit, right? He said, Gunn, the type to read it, try to get him out the way, then use that same script saying, we got one now. Bro, he literally said that he think that he got a way in. He literally said that. Right? Said, even if I thought the Batman was boring myself, I still appreciate that the Batman still had the true cinema feel to it, unlike Gunn's movies. Well, bro, not even just that, right? But also, this dude is the head of DC Studios, and he's talking like that, bro. That's what's crazy to me. Wait, hold on one second. Yeah. Nah, bro, that's like the head of DC Studios talking like that. He says, we got Leo Parker saying, tapping in, Sky, hope you're well. By the way, if it weren't for you, I may never have known about that creepy toy collector book or that PDF themed party gun. Yo, much love, Leo. And if you liked part 1, there's a part 2 coming very soon. We gotta, because I don't know if y'all know. I mean, there wasn't an actual sequel to the book, but there's a sequel to the stream, right? Like, there's definitely a Toy Collector 2 coming. You know what I mean? There's definitely a Toy Collector 2 coming, right? For sure. Right? Yeah. Yeah, nah. Man of Steel is like definitely around $1 billion today, damn near. And so they trying to act like this thing don't even got to be profitable. Is crazy work. Says fascinating to see how the gun bots react when you mention those facts to them. Oh yeah, I got some more facts too coming. I got some more facts. Right. He says, I didn't fire Matt Reeves. He was never hired, right? He said, I just need to make back my own part. He said, what? Oh my God. He said, script? I haven't read it yet. Oh, I think he's giving it to me. Today, in fact. Title, I don't know these things. Facts, bro. I don't know these things. Yeah. What up, Sean? Stay tuned. Toy Collector Facts. Yeah. What's going on, Inception? Yeah. Nah, the Toy Collector 2 is even more. Yo, you know what? Somebody actually said that the other day, and I actually like that. He was like, yo, you guys' content has turned nefarious. Yo, that's how I'm about to start describing that shit. We getting nefarious over here, dog. We getting nefarious, right? Yeah, he says, bro, Jurassic fans are catching on to the gun bots. Hey, look, I got a whole stream coming about that later. That's wild. That's nasty work. You got people all in the comments for Jurassic World talking about, I'm about to save my money for Superman. I'm like, oh, I bet. I bet you are. Yo, it just shows how spooky all this stuff is, man. Yo, this marketing shit has to change. It has to change. It has to. It has to change, bro. Like, it can't go on as it's currently constructed, right? Like, these people are not speaking for, this is why these theaters are dying. This is why a lot, because, like, look, even if you look at it, right? The studios, yeah, they're doing what they're doing, but a lot of this is them. Because look, and you guys have to realize something. When you're making changes with movies, I mean, it's the same thing with video games too. But for movies, it's not as long sometimes, but it still can be, right? If you're trying to turn a ship, let's just use Disney and Marvel for example. Let's just say that they stopped 6 months ago and was like, yo, we're not gonna do anything that's crazy. Yeah, I don't even want to use the term woke anymore. We have to find another term, but y'all get what I'm saying. Let's say that we're not gonna do anything like that anymore. It would still take several projects before you would even see the things that are kind of, the changes that were being made either now or recently, right? So it's just, man, when you kind of see how these content creators kind of got these studios to kind of think like this, man. This is what was on the streets. This is what the streets was asking for. This whole Superman thing, I mean, this has been what Twitter has been asking for the last few years. I mean, if we're being honest, right? Is it not? You had a lot of influencers playing into this stuff, right? And then they get to turn early and be like, oh my God, all this stuff is kind of terrible. But at the same time, years back, a lot of you guys were openly pining for a lot of these things, right? And so now the chickens are coming home to roost, Studios is going to fucking do what studios is going to do, but this hasn't, I mean, this has been a two-way thing, man. There's been failures in fucking communications from a lot of these influencers because they haven't been representing what the fan base has really been saying, right? I mean, yeah, some of this stuff, when everybody's killing it, some of this stuff does suck, right? When fucking, what was that show? That damn Star Wars show, man. The Acolyte. When the Acolyte was getting killed, it was, hey, that was rightfully so. But a lot of times you can tell that there's conversations had about what's gonna be liked and what's not gonna be liked way before this shit even come out. Sometimes literally right before the screening even starts. Right? Crazy. But let's go ahead and get started with the Zack Snyder hour. You did, because we got a few topics to get through. This was something that actually happened a little bit ago, but I was just able to kind of get around to it. Right? We got the SnyderVerse reunion going on, man. This is just wonderful to see, yo. If you have been watching, right, there's been a lot of SnyderVerse actors kind of linking up. Yeah. You've been seeing it, and this is just another example. Henry Cavill's Highlander project getting a super well-known A-list actor right? That definitely is gonna give this project a lot more notoriety, right? It's gonna be taken a lot more seriously, and I'm sure that Russell Crowe is gonna kill it, man. I'm so excited for this Highlander movie, right? There can be only one. And it just flies in the face, man. And everybody trying to act like Cavill ain't that guy, bro. Trying to act like Cavill ain't that guy, bro. One day you will help them accomplish wonders. You will give them an ideal to strive towards. That's right. Hey, what if he just started giving them that like speech? Like you were supposed to give them an ideal to strive towards, right? He's like, bro, but you failed, bro. There can be only one. We got Jor-El in the house, man. Let me know how y'all feeling about this. Like, is y'all rocking with this? Is y'all happy to see Russell Crowe probably playing opposite Henry Cavill in Highlander? I think that this is going to be something that's very exciting, and I can't wait to see this, right? Tiago says, also, why is everybody acting like Reeves is James fucking Cameron, who can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants? He said if Warner wanted the script a year ago, it'd be done 1 year ago. Bruh, look, it's not even just that either, right? It's the fact that they know why, bro. They know why that script ain't been done, because he been turning it in and he been getting notes. He been turning it in and he been getting notes. They act like they just ain't had no update whatsoever on that damn script. Come on, man. What do y'all think we are, dumb? This dude hinted at it several times, said it was done more than once. Like, come on, man. Crown says they gotta quit chasing Reeves' ghost and catch the lightning in a bottle. Too many old heads is stuck in the past that gotta go away. Hey, look, they don't understand. What he say? This paper used to stand for something. He's like, yo, and he said, what do you say? Somebody, it's not 1938, bro. Right? Apples don't cost a nickel. Right? People not rocking, dude. It doesn't work anymore. Right? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And then not even that, not only is this movie trying to rehash the Christopher Reeve tone in a certain manner, because it's not like a 1-for-1 thing, obviously, because I mean, yo, Richard Donner would have never made some of these choices, bro. And that's real talk. But with that being said, it's like the only original gun-isms that are going to be in this movie are not good things. Like, you got this whole weird ass Jimmy Olsen thing where the girls think Jimmy Olsen's super hot. Like, what is going? Yo, this man has so many self-inserts in this movie. It's really spooky, yo. It's really spooky. He said that he identifies with Superman in the like past, right? I mean, he's got multiple characters that look like him. Rick Flag Sr. being one of them. He's making cameos in the fucking cartoons. I've heard he's probably going to cameo in the movie, right? He dyes his hair white. I mean, he said R&B's tweet is very telling. Inflection point. That's not a good sign. Hey, but nah, bro. They want to say that we making this stuff up, bro. And yes, Superman does deserve better than this. What's going on, Josh Herrera? Much love, bro. He says, yo, Jurassic World Rebirth has Atticus Noble being Darien Blood Axe, badass energy. Hey, much love to the homie Josh Herrera. You dig? right? Says there can be only one Superman. Yeah, bro. He said, Amazon be dumb not to cast Cavill as the next James Bond. Yo, we gonna see. I don't think that Aaron Pierre thing is real, man. I think that's a misdirect, bro. It gotta be. We're not about to have a black James Bond, bro. Right? I am immortal. I have inside me blood of kings. I have no rivals. No man can be my equal. Bro, what you know about that, man? He said, why are gun fans comfortable insulting Cavill all the time? He's never, because, yo, they are a weird bunch, right? Hold up. And it ain't even just us.
Kay Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans. And that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time, I must say.
Woo! For sure. It says Russell Crowe is one of the best actors in this century. Yo, that's facts, man. I mean, what movie hasn't he made better? You know? Like, let's just be for real. What's going on, Nessa Noel? Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thanks for being up late on the East Coast. Right? Hey, look, you and me both, comics. Hey, I think that people are, but here's the thing, and I was really having a conversation with Leon, right? Damn, I am like so far behind on the chat. He said apples don't cost a nickel. He said that shit take me out every time I hear it. Gave a black dad lashing, sounding like my uncle with that one. Yeah, right. Not in here, not out there. Now you drop this thing, right? Oh my God. Wait, what was I saying though? Damn it, I had a point that I was about to make. I think it was off a comment too. Where to go? What point was I about to make? He said, bro letting his self insecurities out in his movies. Yeah, yo. I mean, wait, what were we talking about? Yeah. Anyway, I be talking with Leon all the time, man, and we be having some crazy ass conversations, right? And I think in one of the last ones that we were talking about, wait, what was it, bro? See, now I'm all thrown off, right? He said, "Don't be messing with the 8 tracks." Oh, okay. Thank you. So Leon and I were having a conversation, right? And we were discussing just I think if you guys understood, like, and look, I know I don't like, talking and being vague and all this shit, right? And just being on all this, y'all don't understand or whatever, right? But I'm gonna just say this. If you guys understood the level in which we see the hate that Zack Snyder gets and who it comes from, more specifically, you guys would be fucking shocked. And I don't think it's from the ground level. I legit don't. I legit in my heart and soul do not believe that the hate that this man gets comes from anything, anything ground level. I'll just say that this shit is like people who you just be like, wow, why would you? He said, oh yeah, shit is spooky. It's like, yo, why would you, of all people, be having such a big problem with this guy? You know, it's not like low level people, you know, like if we were putting it in superhero terms, you know, like this ain't even Justice League Unlimited shit. Y'all remember like all those episodes where they had like Vigilante and Question and all them? No, 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 no. Nah, this is like the New Gods, you know what I'm saying? The fucking Injustice League. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. This is not a situation that the Question can handle. You know what I mean? Like this is well beyond his capabilities of handling shit, right? Like, nah, you don't call the Question for this shit, bro. You just don't, right? He said, then put these big draws on this man, talking about so he can be more huggable. Look, let me get back to this Russell Crowe thing, man. Y'all got. Nah, but it's crazy. And I'm so excited for this Highlander thing, man. We got Chad Stahelski, who's actually getting some projects, man. Cause right after this, I believe he's doing Gears of War too for Netflix. Right? So who knows? We might even get some more SnyderVerse reunions in that movie. For sure. You never know. He says high society. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. He says some Da Vinci Code level. Bro, that's what I'm not joking, bro. You'll be sitting there having a conversation and you'll just be like, why the fuck is this person hating on Zay? And then you be like, wow, this shit just keeps getting deeper and deeper. Right? He said Gunn brought his Scooby-Doo fans with him. Who? Reggie? Said great analogy on some, you're way too powerful to give a shit about Zach. What the fuck type shit. Exactly. You be like, yo, like what the hell? Like, why is this person talking shit about Zach and like being so specific? You know, like saying specific things that you don't even hear normal people say. Right? And he said, Sky, don't forget that legendary stream Mikey did a few years back when he put it all out there about high ups promising big things if he wrote hit pieces on Zach. This is executive level. That is facts. Mikey did. Hey, see, but here's the thing with that, Frank C. That stream ain't there no more, dog, right? So, like, you know what I mean? Right? If I'm not mistaken, I don't think that stream is there anymore, right? Yeah, bro. He said they got Superman fighting a broke ass guys. The symbolism is outright blatant. I'm telling you, man. Speaking in code, bro, they be saying some crazy shit. I heard fucking somebody call Zach something. I was like, oh yeah, don't no normal person say that about anybody. Especially not fucking anybody in Hollywood. Like, what the fuck? Like, nah. Yeah. Right. He said it's even above that level, Frank. Think Sauron, but not quite that high. Exactly, bro. Right. But nah, look, I'm very excited to see this reunion of Russell Crowe and Henry Cavill. Can't wait to see what they got going up. I mean, cooking up with this movie, right? Because this about to be something dope. So we definitely gonna keep watching this. Next, man, look, I'm gonna need y'all to do something for me. All right, because this shit just hit me, right? Because I'm sitting here and I'm chilling, right? And I'm doing what I do, just researching stuff for my channels, right? And I'm getting ready to do this video for my gaming channel, right? At Skywalker Games. If you all haven't already subbed, definitely about to start dropping some more content from there. But I'm online doing some research for my Skywalker Games channel, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching this trailer for this new fighting game, Invincible Versus, right? And this shit just hit me like a ton of bricks. I mean, I've always thought this, but I definitely wanted to highlight this as part of the conversation, because I definitely want this on wax, that I'm putting this out there so everybody can, you know, do with it what they will, right? But I'm gonna need somebody to put some fucking respect on Zack Snyder's name, man. This man has not only influenced, you know, the sci-fi comic book genre to a level of one that even Christopher Nolan came out and spoke about. Christopher Nolan came out and gave that man his flowers and said, I don't see a sci-fi movie these days, or a superhero sci-fi movie, you know, that doesn't have Zack's imprint on it nowadays, right? That's what one of the GOATs said. Christopher Nolan said that, right? So not only have we had, you know, his peers and things of that nature come out and give this man his flowers, right? But I'm about to talk about something that I'm sure it probably came up a while ago, right? But I'm 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 gonna talk about this shit right now, because I need to put this on wax, because I don't know if I ever did, right? But people need to thank Zack Snyder, man, because without Man of Steel and BVS, bro, and you know, ZSJL, but more specifically Man of Steel and BVS, right? Without those two movies, you don't get Homelander, you don't get fucking Omni-Man, like all of these characters that everybody loves and that everybody champions and that everybody's like, oh my God, right? Like these shows are so dope. Everybody love The Boys. They love Homelander, right? Oh my God, Omni-Man is so dope, right? The only reason why the culture was even in a position to receive these two kind of characters is because of Zack's and Henry's fucking Superman, yo. That realistic, grounded take on superheroes, which some of these shows that have gone and taken certain things from what Zack and them was cooking up, right? And they've gone on, and everybody loves and champions these shows. But there's no way in hell, because like, especially with I think it was Invincible was even an older one, right? Like, I mean, there's no way. I'm not saying that these things exist in comic form because of them. That is not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that the fact that they have translated into on-screen like characters that everybody loves, and they were able to permeate the zeitgeist. The only way that shit even happens is if Zack does what he does with Man of Steel and BVS, which gave us that more grounded fucking Superman in the first place. And then especially with BVS, everybody was like, oh my God, like, oh shit, what if Superman does go rogue, right? And then all of a sudden, a couple years later, The Boys come out, right? A little bit after that, Invincible. These things existed in comic form, but there's no way that these things get greenlit if Zack doesn't do what he did with Man of Steel and BVS. somebody tell me I'm fucking wrong, bro. Tell me I'm wrong. Right? Invincible got a whole video game about to come out. Got a whole video game. He said, there's no superhero science fiction film coming out these days where I don't see Zack Snyder's influence. Christopher Nolan. Right? Right? He said Hancock, Will Smith did it first. I don't think that that Will Smith's hey bro, I love Will Smith. Love Will Smith. Love him. You know what I mean? I don't think that permeated the zeitgeist in that same way. I don't think it did. And I think that the how can I say this? I think that the time between Hancock and The Boys coming out in comparison to The Boys and Man of Steel and BVS coming out, I don't think it's even close. Hancock didn't even get a sequel though, bro. I love that movie. Love that movie. But Hancock didn't even get a sequel. He said, don't forget Gunn ripping off Zach with Brightburn. That's facts too, bro. He said, yep. And thanks to Watchmen and his DCEU, Zach opened a market for studios to want to adapt superhero projects that were beyond mature. Then he said, Heroes did it first. Well, I don't think Heroes was like The Boys, but was it Heroes or was it, you know? And once again, the proximity, right? Like, you know, Heroes is known for, like, you know what I'm saying, being super fire for one season, right? He said it's not even up for debate. Hancock did not affect the zeitgeist at all. Zach's films absolutely did. Just look at the timing of Greenlit. That's what I'm saying. It was the timing, bro. And he says that Hancock made more money than Iron Man 1 did. That's facts, but that's because it's Will Smith versus RDJ at that point, bro. You know what I mean? Will Smith, right? Like, Blade with Wesley Snipes. What are we even talking about now? Okay, anyway, yeah, we're getting into the weeds, bro, because I don't see how Blade was like fucking Superman, bro. Like, did Blade influence Omni-Man? You know what I mean? I don't know. Right? Like, I don't know, right? But anyway, like I was saying, I don't think that, you know, you get these things without what he did with Man of Steel and with BVS, yo, because we can talk about, you know, what Hancock did or any of these other projects, but I don't think that they affected the zeitgeist in that way, bro. The Boys the first couple seasons was all about fucking like making fun of the whole Zack shit. They was doing the whole, hey, we're gonna do another version of the movie. They was all shouting out the Snyder cut. You know what I mean? He said also Heroes was copying Smallville. Hey, bro, but look, they don't remember these things, bro, right? Heroes is known for having one good season, bro. That's what that show is known for. And we got 46 likes. Y'all can y'all can hey, no, that last comment was some bot shit. That's when I was like, all right, bro. But nah, make sure y'all smash that like button. We almost about to complete the conquest of 50 likes. You dig? And we should be able to get that with 63 people in here. You dig? So that is funny. He said, but look, anyway, like I'm saying, y'all not gonna do it, bro. Y'all from James Gunn stealing a fucking whole fight scene for Guardians 3, right? To fucking WandaVision taking a fight scene from Man of Steel and some shit from fucking BVS, right? They literally be stealing scenes, right? One of the other shows was stealing a scene recently, right? How many scenes have been stolen, right? Fucking somebody was just copying Rebel Moon recently, right? Oh yeah, I don't got that video no more. Nah, fucking somebody ripped off a shot from Rebel Moon. They be trying to act like this man ain't the blueprint, right? But then people want to let like these other filmmakers and stuff borrow his shit all the time. Oh yeah, it was Andor, right? It was Andor. It stole a whole little, you know what I mean? He said Thunderbolts ripped from BVS, right? Sonic, right? I think it was Godzilla King of the Monsters. You know what I mean? So nah, look, people can come in here and they can say whatever, but the influence on pop culture is not to be denied. And I just had to have that one little thing, you know, highlighted because I hadn't really talked about that. Hold on, let me make sure that I add this. Right, he said, yeah, that Andor scene was egregious, straight up. Straight up. You know what I mean? Add this so I can show y'all. Get rid of that. He said, thank you, chat, for ignoring the bot. For sure. Yep. Infinity War, bro. Said it didn't Rebel Moon copy Star Wars, but with slow-mo. Where what did it copy? I'm just asking. Crazy. Crazy. Right. Appreciate that, Sin Havoc. I don't even want to load that one up in there, man. Right. I don't even want to load that one up in there, bro. Said, didn't Star Wars rip off Dune and other sci-fi works in order to go into production many moons ago? Bro, you know what's funny, man, is that they'll literally, bruh, They literally changed the shit from Doom. Oh my god, bro. The spice. The spice, bro. Oh my god, bro. He said it's hysterical. He said, what if I told you you can like more than one director? Oh, I like several. Love Zach, love Christopher Nolan, love Denis Villeneuve, love Todd Phillips, love Martin Scorsese, love James Cameron, love Quentin Tarantino films, right? Who else? I like what's old boy that did Midsommar and all those? Not Robert Eggers, but I like him too. Yeah, I like a lot of directors. I just don't like ones that are ass. You know what I mean? But movies are subjective. You know what I mean? Hey, Sean said David Ayer. Fury was hard, bro. Fury was amazing. Love that movie. And I like Bright too. You know? Yeah, you know. He said Avatar is just Pocahontas and Fern Gully, but guess what? Hey, bro. Nah, especially that first one, right? But yet it was it was the biggest selling movie of all time, right? Crazy. He said, what if I told you a show called the Zack Snyder Hour is about Zack Snyder? Nah, but it's cool, bro, right? Because they would go into the Christopher Nolan hour and do the same thing, I'm sure. If they were in there talking about the Odyssey, right? That's the same person would go in there with the same fervor and be like, hey, the Odyssey is gonna suck, you know, and you guys shouldn't be so invested in what the Odyssey is gonna do, right? And it's not gonna make any money, and Christopher Nolan is mid and he's overrated. It's like, bro, yo, do you guys need friends? Like, is that what this shit is? Is that what this shit is, bro? Right? James Cameron, bro. Remember Mama Bear when we was having this conversation before Avatar 2 came out, and I was telling everybody that they need to put some fucking respect on James Cameron's name when everybody was coming on this internet talking about how they wasn't really feeling Avatar 2 and oh my god, I didn't really like the first one. Y'all remember that? Huh? Ooh, man. Anyway, bro. I think I got this thing up right. Says sky is the blueprint. Night views. Yeah, bro. Night views, bro. He said, who gonna play in My Little Pony? Who y'all think gonna play the next Spider-Man, right? Anyway, let's go on to the last topic real quick before we get on out of here, because I want to come and really touch on this aspect too. First of all of a sudden, bro. So look, one thing that I think that's been really dope, right, about what we've been able to do, right, is that, you know, when we've been coming out here and like really having these conversations and trying to discuss whatever we're going to discuss, there are certain inflection point moments, if you will, like the homie Sin Havoc was pointing out earlier. And I really do think that when Zack Snyder shared our hashtags through a retweet from the homie Floyd Lawton, aka Deadshot, the man that never misses, right? When Zack shared that retweet, there really started to be a lot of weird behavior and people who we thought would have otherwise kind of saw what that meant and understood it and would have like ran with it, right? There was a lot of confusion around what it meant and if it was really something still that could be viable, right? And it really showed me that we're all in this thing together, meaning this community and what we do. We know that the conversations that we have over here are different. We know that we're really pushing the envelope and pushing the boundaries and not really discussing things that other people may be willing to discuss, right? So when as we're getting closer to the release of this movie and when we're seeing these things kind of play out in front of our eyes, we have to really kind of take stock, right? We have to really kind of take stock. And I don't take any of these things for granted. And I think that when we continue to kind of share with you guys exactly what we're going to be doing in like the near future, I think it just kind of lets us know that we're exactly on that right path, yo. So as we've been continuing these conversations and really kind of driving these things home and being at the tip of the spear, right? Like, as you guys can clearly see, there's been no platform that has been pushing these conversations more than we have over here. And I take a lot of pride in that, right? So when we see things dropping like this concept art of Tomar Ray, right? When we see things like this, hold up. Matter of fact, let me just put this on here real quick. Right. When we see this and we have this shared with us, right? We know what's up, yo. All right. We got the homie Leon saying Emerald Edition. Right. He said Scott Stuber from UA, which stands for United Artists, former president of Netflix, is producing Highlander. Oh, ain't that interesting? Right. But as we've kind of been able to continue to be the tip of the spear and we see things like this, and we've been able to kind of keep them fires burning, it really kind of lets us know that we're really on the right path, man. And we're going to be sharing some things with you guys pretty soon. And Right? She already looks more hyped than Gunn's interpretation. Bruh, you want this or you want that crazy ass bowl cut? Right? You want this or you want that crazy ass bowl cut? You want Tomar Ray or you want Guy Gardner? Right? But, you know, not even just that. You know, I also want you guys to check out this article that just dropped recently, which was crazy because there's an article pretty much explaining that, hey, maybe the SnyderVerse fans are rightly upset about not getting the fucking Justice League sequel. Right? Crazy. You know, but hey, like these are the things that when we say them, they say that, hey, we're being cultists, we're being weirdos, we won't let this go. Right? Hey, we got 53 likes. Let me go ahead and hit this drop for y'all for completing the conquest. You dig? Just notice that. Where we at? Yep, here we go. Right here.
You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt. You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that back twice. You dig? But nah, they even admitting like, hey man, maybe the fans are rightly upset. This is crazy. Right before the Superman movie comes out, these are the conversations that are being had. And nobody finds that weird. Right? We're talking about the Justice Gang. Y'all think the Justice Gang is gonna fucking suffice? Huh? When we saw Dark Side, bruh, come on, man, bruh. Yo, they were better off never putting the Snyder cut out, bruh. They were better off never putting that shit out. Because once it came out, it was over. Y'all think that we weren't gonna want a fucking conclusion of that shit? Really? Really? Is that what y'all thought? Y'all thought we just was gonna be cool? Like, man, ain't nobody tripping. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody tripping, right? It's fine. The homie Leon saying peculiar. Mama Bear said he had to give the Justice League his initials. JG. The Justice Gang. He said, oh, brother, this guy stinks. Right? Self-inserts. Not to mention that news on Man of Steel 2 being revealed by McQuarrie. People are turning on Gunn. What news with McQuarrie? Oh, you mean this news?
The first 5 minutes of my Superman movie, which was imagine you remember Pixar's Up?
Sure.
A sequence with no dialogue that covered that
Length of time,
character's
yeah.
okay. The first 5 minutes of the movie was a setup after which you knew exactly what made Superman tick,
Yeah.
and exactly what Superman was most afraid of, and why Superman made the choices that he made. And it would have been epic. It would have been epic. In 5 minutes, the scale of the movie would have been absolutely extraordinary. And the other thing, and I hope that anybody who watches this movie, that enjoys the end of this movie walking away, that's the feeling I would want you to walk away from, because that's really what Superman is about. It's about hope, and it's about it being inspiring, and it's and the joy that character created. I don't think you need to live in the shadow of Donner's Superman.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to live in the shadow of John Williams' score.
J. Martin says AT&T strong-armed WB into releasing the Snyder Cut, and it exposed WB's shitty practices out in the open for the public to see. These are facts. Tiago says, if MCU canceled Endgame after Infinity War, everyone would be crying about it. But DC fans can't complain about this shitty reboot. That's facts. Right? He said, look how mad Josh Horowitz get. Bruh, I'd have been mad too. If he'd been sitting there telling me that shit, and I'd have just been sitting in my head the whole time and thinking about this bullshit.
Where's the dog? The dog, loser! You took the dog! Where's the dog? They've always been wrong about me. I get scared, but that is being human. And that's my greatest strength. Why are you being like this? I wasn't representing anyone. We're going to die.
Leon says, someone told me that Chris McQuarrie directing a good Mission Impossible film doesn't mean he make a good Superman film. To which I said, shut the fuck up. Yo, just because Zack made 300, right, and Watchmen, that don't mean he can make a good Superman movie, right? Just because Nolan did, The Dark Knight, right? Does that mean that he'll make a good comic book movie, dog? Like, I don't know, bro. That's what you get. He said, and then Gunn talking about his first 5 minutes is Superman getting his ass whooped and dragged by a dog. Bro, crazy. That's what I'm saying. He said, Sky, the more you listen to that last part by Chris, the more I think it's a blatant shot at Gunn. Bruh, I knew it was a shot at Gunn when I heard that shit the first time. He said, we went from Joker's truth to where's the people were going to die. And this is a request from the homie El Necron. Yo, man, even the cat was like, yo, this is a shitty situation. One more time. Hey, did y'all catch how the cat was about to look up? Somebody should have told that cat to look up, bro. He said that was his review. It's like, bro, don't even ask. He said, what you think about that shit? He was like, man, here. He said, God is basically shitting on Gunn. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, man. was done in the dark. He said, imagine rebooting and making Superman weak, bruh. Look, the dog is serving him, bro.
Where's the dog? The dog, loser! You took the dog! Where's the dog? They've always been wrong about me. I get scared, but that is being human. And that's my greatest strength. Why are you being like this? I wasn't representing anything. We're going to die.
Oh my God, bro. He said, there's your mission from God. I'm saying, bro. He said, man, I thought that was gun dog for a second. It's supposed to be. Right? Because I remember that. What the article say? He said that he got a dog named Ozu or some shit like that. And it's a terrier. That's why fucking Crypto is not a white lab like he was supposed to be. Crypto has been a white lab since everybody's known fucking about Crypto, bro. Crypto's always looked like a white lab. Nobody can look. Another self-insert. His wife is in the movie. His dog is in the movie. He's in the movie. His brother is in the movie. He got the fucking Snyder fans or a stand-in for the Snyder fans in the movie. He got a stand-in for everybody he know. This man got Snyder fandom on the brain, dog. He said, yeah, translate, this shit about to be cheeks, homie. Litter compost. Oh my God, man. He said, this shit is a parody, bro. People were going to die. Where's the dog? But then people not even realizing this aspect of it though. And I'm about to start wrapping up in a little bit. People not even realizing this aspect of it, right? Right. Wait. This shit is a parody. It's a complete failure. Disgrace. Where's the cat? Oh, no, but even that scene with the where's the dog, right? Like people not even realizing how dumb it is that Lex Luthor whispers and he fucking mumbles into his cup and Superman can't hear him and he's right in front of him. It's like, does this man not have super hearing? Like, are we fucking serious? Does this man not have super hearing? He's right in front of him. And because he mumbles in his cup, Superman can't hear him. Like, this is the dumb shit that we have to put up with. And this is why people are saying that it looks like a parody. That's why. That's why. He said he 3D modeled his dog according to him. Yeah, no, it is a very similar breed. James Gunn got like some kind of like little terrier mix. I know a little bit about dogs. And yeah. Like, yo, I'm kind of nitpicking because it's like Crypto shouldn't be in the movie anyway, you know, in my opinion, but whatever. If you're gonna put Crypto in a movie, you cannot make him a terrier. You can't make... Once again, these things that have been iconic, that it's not even like we have that many incarnations of, right? I kind of brought this up when I was speaking about the Silver Surfer too, and why I initially got mad with that gender swap. It's because we haven't seen a whole bunch of interpretations of the regular, you know, Norrin Rad, Silver Surfer, right? And it's the same thing about Crypto. It's like, if you're gonna do a Crypto, and we haven't had a Crypto in like a live action movie, right? And you just gotta do a Crypto. He gotta kind of look like the dog that we used to, like, come on. And it's not a big, and it ain't no big breed either. Ain't no big like working breed. It's just some like, come on, man. He said his dog is in the movie. That still has to say, yeah, his dog, his brother, his wife. Right? Lloyd Kaufman's probably in the movie. Hey, we'll get into that later. You know what I mean? He said mumbling with a lead cut. He said Superman can hear his shit across the damn planet. That's what I'm saying, bro. And he mumbles in front of his face and he can't hear him. This is crazy, yo. They're trying to make him too human, which is stupidest thing ever. This feels like it's going to be a Love and Thunder type Superman script for this. Hey, I wouldn't be shocked. He said if that were like one of maybe 2 self-inserts, sure, fine. But it's like one of 100. Yeah. He said, prove Gunn is not a Superman fan by forgetting Superman's super hearing, but he references hypno classes. He said, right? No, but he be cameoing in Sin Havoc. Bro, I'm not the one that makes this shit up, bro. He be cameoing in his movies. James said that he be cameoing in his movies, bro. He said he puts him in all his movies. I mean, bro, why they be getting mad at me, Sin Havoc? Like, you know? He said, and I hate the fucking bro. It looks dumb. It looks dumb, bro. Like, oh yeah, see, James did because Zack did so much cool shit with Superman, right? He introduced the like the whole breaking the sound barrier thing, right? And when he gives his heat vision, you see his eye, you know, the whole red, and you know, it's like it's all these things that Zack kind of added, right, to the visual language of Superman, if you will, and they've become synonymous with the character. Right. So what we have now is somebody trying to take these things and kind of flip them on their head and trying to be cool. But it's like, bro, you either cool or you're not, bro. Can't fake it. All right. He said Troma Entertainment. That's correct, bro. That man said he cameos in all of his movies. I didn't go on an interview and say that. I just read the interview that said that Lloyd Kaufman cameos in all of his movies. Right? Mama Bear said he's been the central focus of the ads. This is true. He says, even if he were trying to make a Superman a tough guy in that scene, still makes him look hyper emotional. Yeah, man. But look, I just want to know this, bro. Why is it that articles are being written right now talking about, hey, man, maybe the Snyder fans are right to be upset? Bro, why is that happening? Right? Because we know what promises are worth, right? We know that they don't want nobody talking about the SnyderVerse right now, bro. Don't nobody want nobody, bruh. Bruh, they had to let Zack Snyder channels talk about Zack Snyder. Right? So if they wasn't letting Zack Snyder be, if they wasn't letting Zack Snyder channels talk about Zack Snyder, except for when they wanted them to, right? Why are there being articles written saying, hey guys, maybe them SnyderVerse fans, maybe they were on to something? I don't know. Could be nothing. Could be something. Right? I'm gonna just say that. But y'all put y'all last questions and comments down at the bottom. We about to start closing this thing on out, bro. Look, we back. We back. Right? He said that review earlier was damning. Hey, bro. He said, because they already know what's about to happen. Straight pancakes. Right? Flip, flop, flip, flop. Flip it to the flip, flop it. You know, stop. A rocket to the bang, bang. Book it up, the bucket to the flipper to the book of the beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat. James gonna put out Superman, and I heard that shit is cheeks. Now what you Woo, man, bruh, let me. Inflection points, bro. He's a retcon with the pink eyes. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Shit, I feel you on that. These think pieces are kind of late, but better than that. Yeah, man. The W Necron saying, I do work jams in the day. A lot of these guys in the chat be bitching about shit. I said a job would solve half your problems. Facts, yo. Right? These are facts, bro. Yeah. And shout out to Tiff. What's going on, Tiff? Right. Crown Loan says, got a feeling Reeves gonna wig out on him soon if he keeps playing. Nah, bro. I think Reeves is trying to put his bid in for when this movie flop. You know what I mean? They can, hey, maybe we treated you too harshly. Right? Maybe he looking for that kind of situation. You know what I mean? But nah, man, I'm about to get out of here. We're gonna catch y'all next time. I'll probably be back tomorrow. You dig? With another one. We'll catch y'all then. Peace. Hey, I was just joking, y'all. I was just joking, y'all. Hold on, let me put this down. Post credit scene, members minutes, bro. Look, y'all know I be forgetting, and you know what's funny? Every time that I like start the last video and I be didn't forgot, I be like, oh shit. Hey, but if I do forget, y'all always be the first ones to let me know. So, you know, shouts out to y'all for doing that. But y'all already know what this is. We about to get in the members, man. It's you dig. Don't even trip. I got y'all. You dig?
Check. say all I care about is views. They say all I care about is views. They say all I care about is views. But what about you? What about you? Came a long way from no subs back when y'all was showing me no love, no front. I just had to take a look back, cause sometimes y'all forgot I shook that. I know they would attack cause of own issues. To be honest, I got sick and tired of feeling misused. That's why I've always played a drop for every super chat to show appreciation. Now you're fucking doing that. And just like Mikey used to bring us all together, we gotta take a minute to shout out all the members. Just so you know, you keep the fire going like embers. They say a lot, but I forgot, I don't remember. Be better.
Hey, I had some crazy shit going on backstage. You wouldn't even let me get back to StreamYard. You dig? I want to thank y'all for holding on for members minutes. We about to get to it. Oh, snap. We got the homie Leon is stopping through. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Oh, I'm chilling, player. I was just trying to catch the members minutes for you, man.
Oh, yeah, bro.
But I should have known you was already on top of it on the chat. I forgot I was even back here, but good to be on. How's everybody doing?
Chilling, bro. Chilling.
Stream, by the way.
Hey, appreciate you. You know what I mean? And I want to thank y'all for keeping me honest with the members minutes, even though I was already backstage. I already put myself back. I was like, damn, bro. Right. But yeah, shouts out to all y'all.
Members minutes.
Shouts out to you, Paolo. We appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? We appreciate the support and y'all rocking out. You dig?
For sure. Them shields be shilling, but we keep it consistent and real around here in the syndicate.
But let's get to the members minutes. You dig? We got the homie, the good Austin saying replay crew. Forgot to comment earlier. I just wanted to say we are not accepting assertions any longer. If you have a disagreement based on opinions, we can respect your opinion, but your opinions are not facts. So if you think your disagreement is based off facts, then present your evidence that backs it up, as we always do. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Hey, shouts out to the homie Austin, bro. Letting it be known.
I had the PSA on your ass.
Right. And then we got the homie Apex Leon saying, ha ha ha, I'm a sponsor. Hey, that's what's up. Right. We got it. Shouts out to the homie. And then we got another chat from the homie Leon saying, hear me out and hear me and hear me well. Telling us how to conduct our streams and our network isn't gonna move us. It's not a mystery. We grown around here. Hashtag syndicate. If you know, you know. All right.
Facts.
Yeah. And last but certainly not least, we got the homie El Negron saying Penguin was probably cheaper to produce too. Yep. Talking about them Peacemaker. Right? For sure. Yep. That's real talk, man. Right. So yeah. Anything that you want to add, bro, before we get out of here?
Nah, bro, this is a fire stream, man, and you covered a lot. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
Hey, for sure, bro. I want to thank y'all for popping back in and for catching this little epilogue or post-credit scene, right? And yeah, we're gonna get it y'all next time. Peace.
Bang bang.
SnyderVerse forever. And y'all know it.
Zack Snyder is a hack. The SnyderVerse is dead. Long live the DCU.
Henry Cavill's Superman never smiled. We need James Gunn to bring us hope.
Beware the Snyder cult. Trust in James Gunn's Superman.